Hi, this is Renee from Access Hollywood Real Estate. I'm going to take you on a little surprise ride today. This is a foreclosed property that I have listed in the Hollywood area, and I'm telling you, this house needs help. I know everybody wants a deal when it comes to foreclosures, but I want to tell you what you're really going to get. All right, everybody. Now that we're in the gate here, we're going to take a look at the immediate property. Not bad at first glance, but wait till you get a load of what the heck is in this property. I want to make sure everybody understands what this means when you get a deal. So you can see here that it's been spray painted. There was probably a party here because there's a lot of spray paint involved. They took doors down. So what I want the audience to understand is that, you know what, people get angry when their properties, they have to leave their properties. So who knows why this was vandalized, why the door was taken off. And I tell you what, when I got this property, it wasn't like this. So this is one of the joys of actually working bank-owned properties, is that I have to maintain these. And the person who wanted this property probably didn't expect to have to deal with this, but you know, unfortunately, this is what happens when a property sits vacant for too long. I'm going to take you out back in just a second, but I wanted you to be able to at least see the downstairs. Then we're going to go off to the garage. All right, everybody, now I'm back outside. You can see, as I discussed, when I have to work with bank-owned properties, this was a window that used to be here that got vandalized, and that's where all that spray paint you saw came from. But I wanted to take you around back and actually at least show you a positive of this property. When we first got here, this was an absolute eyesore. There was piles and piles of trash everywhere from the tenants who had left. But, you know, the good news is that there's a lot to work with here. And whomever gets this property at 14,000 square feet, they will absolutely be able to do something with this. It's zoned for more than one house. Here's another detail I want to let you know about. Whew, if you were out here, you could take a look at the smell what's out here. And what do we have there? A cute cat. Feral cat nonetheless, but whew, they have made this property their own, that is for certain. So again, you know, look at all this land here. I mean, it's fantastic. You've got a laundry room area over here. You've got this property up above, this huge backyard. There are some fruit trees here. And then I'm going to pause this for a second. I want to walk back around and take us to the garage. So again, the important part for the audience is to understand foreclosures have problems. Foreclosures are fixers. As long as you're okay and you can understand that, then I think you got yourself a good deal. Other than that, it might be a consideration to stick with regular resale. Okay, this is our last but not least shot. This is the garage, as you can see. And the unfortunate part is that this door here, and then going in here to this little room, that window there, were vandalized. I venture to say there's a ton of excess space at some point. There's probably unpermitted work that was done on this property. But, you know, the unfortunate part is that we can't get in. I asked the management company to come back out and secure this property, and this is what we got. So there are some windows here. There were 2 full bedrooms and a bath, believe it or not, out here in this garage area. So it went from basically a 1-bedroom property to, God, I don't know, probably a 4-bedroom property. I'm going to walk back out to the front of the property, hopefully give you one last scan. And I tell you, this is what Access Hollywood Real Estate is all about. It's the reality of real estate without the drama. I want to let my audience know, get into foreclosures if it's something that you can handle. We can talk about the details of that. But I tell you what, most of what's on the market here in the LA area, this is the condition I'm seeing it in, particularly at the low end. Again, Renee Kishie, Access Hollywood Real Estate. Thanks for listening. Take care. All right, guys, as promised, walking out the front of the property just the way we came back in. I want to give you a little scan, too, of the rest of the view here. So it sits up just a little bit above kind of the flats. The house is below it. Not too terribly close here with this property right to the side. And as I mentioned a couple times in this video, at 14,000 square feet, look how far back this property sits. So it's fairly secluded. You can do a lot with it. And sometimes in the quote-unquote negatives of what a foreclosure can bring you, there's always a positive, and there's always a silver lining, and there's always a buyer for these properties. So as long as you have a vision, I think that's a good direction to go in. Again, thanks for listening, and wait for my next video. Take care.